Welcome to Crazy Town's 10 Minutes or Less. I'm Jonas.
I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Start the timer.
Boo. TNT, I know we've both talked about, like, when we go out and do things, like, we enjoy, like, observing people, kind of just people watching in general.
Yeah.
When you go out, do you tend to be someone who, not saying that you purposefully listen, do you zone out everything, or do you tend to, like, pick up random conversations that people are having, like, when you're out and about? Like, or do you only, if you hear something that's like, what the hell are they talking about, do you pick it up?
I find that I'm probably more like hyper aware of my surroundings a lot of the times when, especially if I get like intoxicated, I find that I try to compensate
by extra paying attention.
Because I realize that so many people around me aren't paying attention that I try to pay attention.
That makes sense. Now, do you have any stories of a time that you were out, or not even out at a bar, just being out anywhere, where like you've overheard a conversation that you're like, what the hell is going on, or why the hell are they talking about that in public, or people sometimes don't realize that they're being loud, or that you can hear what the hell they're saying. I
can't really think of a conversation that I've heard. I've definitely seen being just hypersensitive, like nightclub lights going off, loud music, everybody's just jumping, looking at stage, and I'm just like standing there and like I peer out of my peripherals and I see some dude sucking his girl's titty. And I thought that was weird.
At the club?
Yeah. And then she like looks over at me, sees me like looking at it in my peripheral. She goes, woo! And I'm like, yo, I'm good.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not going to be that guy.
Well, I had one on my mind. This one time I was with Todd at a Browns game.
All right.
And we were standing in like the foyer behind the seats, where all the concessions are and stuff. And there was this girl and this guy were fighting. And he was just like yelling at her, but his back was to us and she was facing us, and she saw that we were like looking like, what the hell is going on? So then of course, how he is, and we start like mimicking him behind her, and he's pissed. He's like ripping his jersey off and stuff. And like she's trying not to laugh because she's like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And then like finally the dude turns around to look at, because he sees she's paying, and Todd holds his phone up. He's like, well, trying to get reception.
Holding his phone up.
Can't get any service in here because we're just like waving our arms like assholes. And but anyways, that wasn't this. Today I went with a friend to like a flea market. And I'm wandering around, and there's a lot of old people in here. And I'm like looking at just this random booth of junk. And this lady is standing there talking to the lady the lady whose consignment area it is, I guess, or whatever. And I'm like looking at whatever the hell it is, stupid antique milkshake machines and dumb crap and she's just like, and I told him, there's a Wendy's, you need to get in there quick. And I'm like, the fuck?
You do have to get in them Wendy's quick. You do have to get there quick.
And then she proceeds to say,
she's not wrong.
It almost started squirting everywhere. I got into that bathroom. I had to take my underwear off.
What the hell?
And all of a sudden she's like, that new cholesterol medicine, it really got me. And then I'm like literally standing there going, what the hell? Why are you telling this story to someone in a public place?
It's old people
and
for
she's
you,
like,
man.
And then I was like, and then I couldn't take the trash can with me, and I'm like, sorry, Wendy's, had to leave my dirty panties in the And I was like, why are you telling this story? And then the shop lady doesn't act like this is weird at all.
She doesn't flinch at all.
She's just like, oh, it was the new cholesterol meds, huh? Which one were you taking? And then she was just like, and at that point I walked away. I was
the conversations that old people have are, we need to really take a second look at those. We really do.
It's like they're couth. Like if there was a 22-year-old guy talking about pooping his pants in a Wendy's bathroom in a public place, somebody'd be like, sir.
No, I don't know, man. I feel like teenagers have definitely told that joke before. Like, dude, I totally just pooped shit myself.
My shitty boxers are in the bathroom.
I've definitely heard that story from somebody before who wasn't an old lady.
I actually have a follow-up story to that. One time,
you pooped yourself in Wendy's?
No, I was going with my mom's boyfriend to the county fair in Ashtabula, and I don't. Did you ever go to that? It's kind of like a one road in, one road out sort of situation.
That's not my bag,
so you tend to get backed up, as you're getting in there. So all of a sudden he's like white knuckling the steering wheel, and I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like 14 or something, and he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're in this line for like 30 minutes trying to get into parking. We get in to the parking. He immediately just pulls off to the side, parks his truck, and runs into the bathroom. He comes out. He goes, "Shit my pants. I had to rip them off and leave them in the bathroom." And I was like, "We just got to the fair and you pooped your pants, dude. Like, what the hell is going on?"
Hey,
it happens sometimes.
Sometimes you got to get there quick. I haven't done that in quite some time.
I think everybody sharted at home. Like,
I've
you
got
to go to the bathroom. You're like, "Oh, I got to fart." And you're like, "Oh,
I've sharted, but not in like the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, like, there's a difference between, like, you think you have to fart, and it's like, "Oh, God, that wasn't a fart." And, like, you just literally get explosive diarrhea.
I don't want to make this joke, but I've never, like, had, like, a log of shit roll down my leg.
Oh, who does that?
I don't know. I feel like when I hear "poop your pants," I'm thinking like, "Oh, it's out."
There's a Tootsie Roll.
It's a dog leg down your damn
poop in
leg.
your pants podcast.
I know. Well, you're the one who took it here,
dude. I was telling about the awkward story. Any other awkward story you've ever heard out and about? Not.
Hey, yo, look, keep it a buck, Jonas. When I go out in public like that and I'm drinking or whatever, I'm usually drunk. So do I remember? Nah, not really. I mean, we could talk. We just went out recently and there was some awkwardness that popped up towards the end of the night. I'm not going to bring up on the podcast, but there was some awkwardness that came up. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go." I excuse myself from that most of the time.
Yeah, dude.
But I've seen fights in the bar. I've almost been in a fight a couple times.
I saw a dude get sucker punched and knocked the F out and fell flat. I helped carry him outside because he, like, some dude walked in and just walked up to him, and I was standing 2 foot away from him at the bar. Somebody just, like, boom, hit him. He just fell straight face down into the ground. And me and his buddy's like, "What the hell just happened?" And, like, he's like, "Will you help me carry him outside?" Like, so I helped him carry him out back, put him in a chair, and the dude's like, his brother, whoever was, like, slapping his face. Like, I was like, "What the hell happened?" Yeah, he probably was hitting on that dude's girlfriend or something.
Hey, look, I can't fault him, man, because, like, for real, dudes are out here aggressive, and if you get that liquor, and you get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, so yeah, that's true, man. I
admit that I'm more aggressive when I'm drunk. I know it for sure.
I've ever been out at the bar and, like, had like got into a confrontation. I've seen somebody get a pool stick broke over their shoulder.
See,
that crap was like, "Oh, dude, this is a real thing that's happening."
And that happens, man. You get aggressive. You do. You gotta watch what you say to people.
Yeah, people get drunk. Yeah, exactly. And then it just pops off. Like, you bump shoulders, and instead of just being like, "Sorry," somebody says some ignorant thing. Then it turns into what'd you say. Then it turns into, like, and you're drunk, so you don't realize what you're doing.
Yeah. And, like, I hate trying to, like even at the bar we went to, me and Jonas went to a bar, and the one we went to last week, there was, like, some guy that pulled me to the side that I did not know, and he just wanted to, like, have a talk with me. He was making a comment about my shirt because he had on a similar shirt.
Oh, okay.
And, like, I felt uncomfortable even in that moment. Like, what are you coming in and approaching me for, you know?
Right, he's like, "Hey, stranger, I don't know." Like,
yeah, and he's like, "Oh, dude, you should have let me know that we were going to wear the same shirt." And I was just like, "Oh, dude," I was like, "Hi, you wearing it better than me, brother," you know?
Yeah, right.
He kept it moving. It was cool. It was a little, you know,
it's one thing if you're in line at the bar. Like, because usually if you're in line, line for the bathroom, line for the bar, line for a drink, whatever, that's when you strike up those weird little conversations about whatever. But yeah, right? You don't just, like, grab another dude out the bar. He's like, "Hey, dude, shirt buddies." Like,
that's such a bar thing to happen, though. Like, really, that would not be acceptable anywhere else except for sporting events and bars.
Yeah.
Like, if you're both wearing the same throwback jersey, then you're like, "Hey, there's another Jim Kelly," you know, or.
I have definitely said "nice shirt" to someone when we had on the same shirt before. Like, just, like, out and about, like, "Nice shirt," and they're like, "Hey!"
What is it about us, dude? What is it? Because I've done it. I'll definitely do it in a heartbeat.
Anyways, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Please make sure to go to thecrazytown.com and subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
We out.